TIFU by being too kind to a stranger. I was on the train. I was going to a museum. I was not familiar with the locations I was visiting. I am a woman and I was walking alone. While I'm taking the train, a stranger starts to talk to me. I don't like talking to people, but I didn't want to be rude. People in other parts of the world also talk more often with strangers. We're on the platform and he asks to stand over there. I'm being cautious and make sure I see other people. He asks me to sit down. I prefer to stand. I say no. He asks again. I say no. Then he says he is gonna sit down. He proceeds to ask if I have Messenger. I stupidly reply with yes. He asks for my phone, which I stupidly give him. Then my train arrives. He still has my phone. It's attached to a rope, so I still had it. I tell him my train is here and I need to go. He gets on the same train and he asks to sit together. If it wasn't bad on the platform, it gets bad on the train. He proceeds to ask for my hands. He holds my hand and starts to rub with his hands. He then asks me if it's good. At this point I'm thoroughly creeped out. He then wants me to kiss him. That's a fat no. He keeps doing the same things in a loop. At a certain point he put my feet on his. Thank God he didn't get off at the same station. He stayed on the train. I should have just drawn the line when we were still at the platform. I forgot to add. He also asked where I live, and whether or not I have a place for him to ask me to come to his place. 3. He kissed my hand, which I thoroughly sanitized once I arrived at the museum. 4. He told me to look into his eyes, make kisses towards him and to wink at him. 5. He wanted me to put my finger in my mouth and then put my finger in his mouth. TLDR. I allowed someone who's clearly mentally ill to interact with me for way too long. I think you need to learn to judge situations better and be more careful. Take care. Op. You gotta be more assertive in these situations. Learn how to say no. If that doesn't work, ask nearby people for help. None of this is your fault, but please learn from this experience to keep yourself safe in the future. I would discourage you from handing anyone your phone and letting a stranger you don't trust touch you. When in doubt, keep your wits about you. Sorry you had to go through this. Be safe, girl. Please, for your own safety, consider wearing headphones without music. Then if someone tries to speak to you, make the hand motion like you're talking to someone. I'm so very sorry for your experience and I'm glad you are safe. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by this, please see a professional and talk it out with them. They can help. Finally, if you see this person again, find the nearest security guard and let them know this man has bothers you previously and you're concerned for your safety. You didn't give him your address and contact information, did you? He wanted me to put my finger in my mouth and then put my finger in his mouth. What the fuck? I'm sorry that happened to you. It's not your fault. Don't be kind, don't even talk to strangers. Please just stay in rural areas. Girl, WTF were you thinking? Why did you just let that happen? JFC.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.